Today's message is coming from 1 John chapter 3, starting in verse 18. My little children, let us not love in word, neither in tongue, but in deed and in truth. And hereby we know that we are of the truth, and shall assure our hearts before him. For if our heart condemn us, God is greater than our heart, and knoweth all things. Beloved, if our heart condemn us not, then have we confidence toward God. And whatsoever we ask, we receive of him, because we keep his commandments, and do those things that are pleasing in his sight. And this is his commandment, that we should believe on the name of his Son, Jesus Christ, and love one another, as he gave us commandment. And he that keepeth his commandments dwelleth in him, and he in him. And hereby we know that he abideth in us, by the Spirit which he has given us. Butterflies in your stomach, a wave of passion, knocked off your feet, are all telling signs that you're in love. In this video, we're talking about two kinds of love. The love we're accustomed to, called the heart's love, and the love you may have never heard of, called the spirit's love. The heart's love is sparked when one receives the wanted attention from another. This may lead to a spiral frenzy of irrational behavior and unreasonable decisions. I get it. Enticing, right? But what's also associated with the heart's love is heightened anxiety, depression, and feelings of anger and shame. Is the heart's love what God intended love to be? If I'm not feeling these waves of emotion, should I remain in my marriage? Does marriage kill love? And lastly, how do I express my love towards another? How did we get to this point where believers and non-believers desire the same love? Well, the misunderstanding of love spurs from how love is marketed in the mainstream media. Innocent as they may seem, novels, movies, and holidays all portray love to be sensual and devilish, but has nothing to do with true love. The Spirit's love doesn't condone inappropriate behavior and doesn't boast such characteristics as sensual nor devilish. And although we like to believe that movies or novels can't sway our opinion, over time it does, leaving you with more questions than answers. In Ezekiel chapter 36 and verse 26, it states how God will give us a new heart and a new spirit that will replace the stony heart out of your flesh. And it continues to say in Ezekiel chapter 36, verse 27, how God will put his spirit within you so that you could walk in his statutes and keep as well as do his judgments. Leaders could spend a lifetime trying to teach their members how to love. But no matter how hard they try, it has to be given by God. So, in layman's terms, love can't be taught or faked, because it involves the personal pursuit towards pleasing God in order to receive it from God. Here's a common scenario. You're in your feelings as you indulge in what the Bible characterizes as the heart's love. When something happens, you begin to feel bored in your relationship and demand more from your partner. And in wanting more, you begin to bother your partner as though there's some fruitful tree, withholding the most desirable fruit and awaiting your request for more. And no matter how hard you press them, you find that they're incapable of giving you more because they don't have any more to give. So what are you left to do? Leave. The heart is bored, and in an attempt to quench your heart's desire, you search for another partner. And although you may find another partner to love, you soon realize that their supply of love is limited as well. The question we need to ask ourselves is, why have we deduced love to mere feelings, when we know clearly that there are no bounds to satisfying our feelings? Which lends to why the heart's love is described by the world as a drug. And maybe it is to a certain degree, but unlike a drug you've grown accustomed to, there's no potent derivation of it. What you're experiencing is a void that cannot be filled by anything of this world. This voidness is simply a placeholder for a better love to come, the Spirit's love.